Hello, I am Sadie. Very nice to meet you. Hello, Sadie. My name is Barbara. Nice to meet you. So what I'm trying to get from this meeting is to kind of grasp and understand your knowledge of CDs. And by doing that, I, even though I'm sure you prepared a very sophisticated speech, and I thank you for that, I think we can skip all this hoopla and overlook your metal accessory item and admit the whole reason why we're here. First of all, let me assure you that this is silver. Second of all, what other reason did you have in mind other than to get this job? Haha, see, that's the thing. I was in my kitchen the other day, preparing for college in sorts. Oh really? What were you doing? Making ramen noodles. Oh boy. But see, as I was making these ramen noodles, I had the CD just blasting, and I was there with my lonely self going like, and it was just great. And then bam, it hit me. What hit you, Sadie? That instead of going to college, I should sell CDs. And here I am today. Well, I guess that's a start. I mean, do you want to hear the CD? No, Sadie, that's not appropriate.
If you had
Sadie, I don't need to hear this.
one opportunity,
Okay.
just let it slip. Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater.
Now that's enough, Sadie. I think it's time to get back on track. So what you need to know in order to get this job are the properties of chords, because there's a lot of chords on CDs. Now, you might be a little confused at some points because there's 4 different yet essential theorems that you need to memorize. Are you listening? Yeah, continue. So the first theorem you need to know is theorem 10.3. In the same circle or in 2 congruent circles, 2 minor arcs are congruent if and only if their corresponding chords are congruent. Do you get it? Almost. What kind of confuses me is that I forgot what a chord is. Yeah, sometimes I forget that too, but it's a segment with endpoints on a circle. So let's practice. This is the blueprint from the CD from the band 3 Doors Down. If a customer questions whether or not the CD is authentic, you can prove it to them because these 2 chords are always congruent. So I've already made some of the measurements, and this is 10 degrees, 170 degrees, and 10 degrees. If you add all of these up and subtract it from 360, because that's how many degrees is in a circle, you'll know that this measurement is 170 degrees. So if you take the converse of theorem 10.3, which is 2 corresponding chords are congruent if and only if their 2 minor arcs are congruent, you can tell the customer that this CD is authentic. Well, that makes sense. Finding the missing angle used to confuse me, but now I know that you add up the remaining angles to 360. Exactly. There's an actual CD if you want to check it out. Sure. Now, just to make sure this theorem works, let's see if it plays. No, Sadie, that's not necessary.
But all the miles that separate,
Come on, you know you want to sing along. No, I don't.
they disappear now when I'm dreaming of your fate. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and
You're wasting my time. It didn't look like you were having a bad time there. It's not the point. Do you want this job or not? I do. Then you have to know these theorems before I hire you. Well, actually, I'm already aware of theorem 10.4. Oh, really? What is it then? Theorem 10.4 states, if one chord is a perpendicular bisector of another chord, then the first chord is a diameter. Okay, I'm surprised that you know that. It's good that you do, because whenever we have a scratched or damaged CD, we split it right down the middle whenever we dispose of it. So, can you give me an example? Indeed I can, Barbara. Indeed I can. Can I see that whiteboard? Let me draw you a diagram. If SQ is a perpendicular bisector to TR, that makes SQ a diameter. That's perfect. Okay, so a customer returned the CD yesterday, and she said it was scratched. So we'll check it out, see if it is scratched. And if it is, then I'll let you practice breaking it in half. But if it isn't, then I'll let you practice on another CD. But please, I beg you, do not sing along. Well, let me assure you that I will do everything in my power to not enjoy this music. Okay, here it goes. Oh no.
we the
What is it?
best.
love this song. You promised Sadie. No. See, you don't understand. This is my jam. Restrain yourself.
I come looking for you with Haitians. I stay smoking on good Jamaican. From different races. I woke up in a new Bugatti.
I'm sorry. You should be. At least the CD wasn't scratched. Let's go over Theorem 10.5, shall we? That'd be awesome. Okay. Theorem 10.5 states, if a diameter of a circle is perpendicular to a chord, then the diameter bisects the chord and its arc. So say we know that EG is a diameter and that it's perpendicular to FD, and FD is 10 centimeters. We know that FH and HD are both 5 centimeters. And say this is 100 degrees, well, that makes this 50 degrees and this 50 degrees. Can you show me an example? Sure. If EG is a diameter and EG is perpendicular to FD, then that means HG is congruent to HF and GD is congruent to GF. Okay, that makes sense. What will we use that for, though? Well, if you want to find the center of an arc or the length of a chord, you just use this theorem, as long as you know the diameter or the chord. Alright. Is this the last one I need to know? Nope, there's one more, but don't worry, this one is important. There's so many, though. Doesn't it get confusing? No, because it isn't confusing at all. Let me explain. So Theorem 10.6 states that in the same circle, or in two congruent circles, two chords are congruent if and only if they're equal distant from the center. So right here, line segment AB and CD are congruent if and only if EF is equal to EG. You're right, that wasn't that bad. But why are there two right angle marks? Glad you caught that, because in order to accurately measure the distance from the chord to the center of the circle, the line you form right here must be perpendicular to the chord. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. So I'm guessing you can use this theorem to authenticize a CD, kind of like the first theorem? Exactly. I'm glad you're catching on. So, where do I stand on this job? Well, if you can restate the four purposes of the theorems, I think we'd be happy to have you. Okay. Well, the first theorem is used to know if two arcs are congruent based on if their chords are congruent. The second is how you find the diameter by knowing if two chords are perpendicular bisectors. The third is when you use the diameter to find the perpendicular bisector of a chord and its arc. The fourth is how you know if two chords are congruent by knowing the center. Correct. Congratulations, Sadie. I think you have the job. Awesome. What will I be doing? Well, since you're kind of new, you can help out at the cashier, organize CDs. Wait, what about the actual CDs? What do you mean? I said you can organize CDs. No, I want to play CDs. Like this. No, I certainly do not want to hear it, because let me assure you, there will not be a point in this job where you are called upon to play CDs.
Yo, VIP.
Alright, stop. What? I don't need to hear this. You're not ever going to play CDs. In fact, you're not even going to work here. You've caused too many disruptions and there's too many people who want this job. What? Fine. You're gonna regret this. It's me, Jenny. Sure, have a seat, Jenny. So I just got a call from the CEO of our CD shop. Seriously? Why did he call? Well, he said our store isn't attracting the younger generation because he did some calculations and less people are coming in because our store's a little outdated. Yeah? So I know you're going to be interviewing people today, and he said that we need a live DJ to, lighten up the place. So can I ask that you just keep that in mind whenever you're interviewing these people? Oh my gosh. What is it, Barbara? It's Sadie, the girl I just kicked out would have been perfect for that job. Ooh, sounds like you're in a tough bind. Yeah. Well, I think I have something for you.
Hate to turn up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away, I couldn't fight it. I had hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me it isn't over. Never